Now, children are gifted when they demonstrate significant ability way above their norm for their age. And these gifts could be manifested in different ways, could be artistic, leadership skills, or even academic fields, such as a child is very good in mathematics or even in science. Tonight on Family Matters, we just want to talk about children and talents. The question is, how do you identify these talents in your own children? How do you help them grow with their talents? We will be having a very special team tonight, most importantly, an experts and children. I know they're all under 10 years. They will be showing us what they got, most importantly, why did they choose those different fields. Let's learn more from my team of guests tonight. My name is Purity Museo. The hashtag to use is Family Matters KBC, and at Purity_Museo at KBC Channel 1 News. Welcome to this interesting show, and help me welcome our guest tonight. Next to me is Wairimu. Yes? Wairimu. She will be playing this particular violin right here and much more. Next to Mel is Lyric Mugo. Lyric Mugo will be telling us what he will be doing tonight and why is it so. Then Julia here, the beautiful Julia, will also be showing us what she got and how she found out she had that. And above all, we have Ephantus Kariithi Mugo. He is a founder at Gifted Kids Kenya. He is really helping this team of young people and many more. He will be telling us what he's been able to find out, why is it important to nurture these gifts. So let me begin with you, Ephantus. Just tell us a little bit about why it's important to, not even why it's important, but how do you as a parent, these kids that we have here, they are, let's say, below 10, and if there's anyone who is 10 years old, maybe 10, yeah?
Yes, yes.
So how do you identify a talent in your own, amongst your children? How are you able to say, I think this one is good at this one is good at this, and let me begin the journey of nurturing them?
Okay, thank you, Purity. One is that in Gifted Kids, we start right from 3 years old. We have children as young as 3 years old up to 12 years. And we have two categories of children. One is where the parents themselves have identified these talents at home, and they say, I think my child can sing, or maybe I think my child can act, can dance, or my child is very good at, say, art, or say, maths, as you said earlier. And there's those parents who say, I don't know what my child is good at. I just want to bring my child to Gifted Kids, maybe, or to whichever school that nurtures the talent, and you want to discover that talent from start. So the first thing is, for us, we engage these children in different activities. Because again, even when you say, I think my child is good at singing, your child could be good at singing, but maybe they're even better in acting.
So how do you differentiate, how do you tell? Because as parents, most of the time they're excited when they see their child, all the time they're singing, or they're even doing some drawings. It's easy for a parent to conclude, I think my child is good at drawings or artistic work. And even when a child performs well in class, let's say they've gotten everything in science, it's easy and simple to conclude my child is good at this, you know. So how do you tell this is just, they're just passing the exam, they're just doing it to pass the exam, not necessarily their talent? Where is the cut line? How do you tell that?
You see, the first thing is most of us, or most of the children, are good at what they're exposed at. So until you expose them in something else, then you're able to tell what are they better at, because they could be good at singing, but maybe they're better in acting. So until if they have never been in a school where acting is done, then you can never tell whether they are good at acting. So the best thing is to try them out. We have seen people who clear high school, and that's when they say, I want to try acting, maybe after even university. Why? It's because inside them, as they were growing up, they saw people doing it, they thought they could do it, but they never got the chance. So for us, what we do, and we do musical plays. Musical plays help us to involve a child in all activities in performing arts. So we are able to tell whether a child can dance, because in a play we'll have dance involved. We are able to tell whether a child can sing, because we'll keep on trying them in singing in the musical play. We'll tell whether they can act, because again, in the musical play, there'll be acting part of it. And there'll also be storytelling and also a poetry in it. So in all that, we are able to tell this child is either multi-talented, they can dance, they can sing, they can act, or maybe this child is so good at singing, and then that's what we'll highlight in the musical play as our starting point. Then we're able to tell or advise the parent, can we nurture this? This is what this child is very good at. Yes.
All right. So it's not because they want to engage the young ones now.
Yes, yes.
So is it more also about what these young ones love doing? Do you also engage them? Do you expose them to different activities and then try to see this child, Mel is really good at the violin? Or do you also ask them? Do you ask them, what do you love doing? I love poem, I love to sing. What is the process like?
When the child comes in, I have seen children who come in and they say, I'm good at singing. And they find other children doing acting. And they're like, maybe I can do this. It's not what I thought it was. But now they are practically seeing it and they want to try it out. There are those who would say, I didn't love it before, but currently, now seeing it being done, now I'm able to do it. But also, again, we want them to have fun. We don't want them to be in a boring process where they are forced to do something. So it must come from them first. So we'll pick what they love and use it for them to see what they don't know about and try it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me now talk to the dear ones. Julia,
Yes.
first tell us your name and which class are you?
My name is Julia Wanjiku and I'm in class 5.
Because now I can ask you what you love doing from Mr. Ephantus. What do you really love doing apart from going to school?
I love singing and acting.
When did you find out that you loved singing?
When I was 4 years old, yes.
You used to sing a lot or listen to people singing. How did they start?
I used to hear some people singing, and so I just try out to sing their songs, and yeah.
You try out to sing their song, and what would your friends say, or even your family? Did they say, I think you sing so well, or how did you now say, I'm gonna now venture into singing?
Okay, my mom really encouraged me. My parents encouraged me to keep on singing, and from that day I said that I should try singing.
So for how long have you been singing, Julie?
I've been singing for quite long.
For quite long.
Yes.
Can you give us something?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I want to hear your voice as well.
There's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars to you're beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful. Thank you.
All right, and let me get back to you, Ephantus.
Yes,
you sing really well.
Thank
I
you.
can't sing like you. Let me just confess. You have such a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
I'm not a judge though, but it's interesting. Ephantus, now, when did you meet Julia? When did you ask her what she loved doing? And then when she told you she loved singing, because she's told me I love singing. So are you training her? Have you encouraged her? Do you feel this is what she should be doing? Or have you seen anything else that she can do or that she's good at from you as a coach?
One is my first interaction with is always with the parent, because they're the ones who approach me and tell me, I think my child can do this. And for Julia's case, yes, she loves singing. I asked her and I noticed that, yes, she has a good voice. Actually, when she came into Gifted Kids, she had not come in for singing. She had come in for acting. But I realized she was good at singing, and I didn't know what the parents were doing behind the scenes. So I actually called the parent and we sat down and said, I told them, I think we need to mentor this singing also. But currently we are in an acting program with her, and she's also a very good actress. Yes.
Julia, you are?
Yes.
You are acting?
Yes.
Maybe you'll do something next time.
Yes.
When you're ready. I don't want to ambush you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to the gentleman here. Lyric. Just tell us your name and what class are you in?
My name is Lyric Mugo Kariithi and I'm in class 5.
You're in class 5. What do you enjoy doing apart from being in school?
I'm enjoying singing and acting.
And acting.
Yes.
What do you want to do for us tonight?
I want to recite a poem and do a part of the play we did in Frozen.
You're going to do that?
Yes.
We begin with a poem, then we will come back to the play, right?
Yes.
Okay, just give us something for the poem.
The poem.
Yes.
Take my hand and show me the way. Don't let me miss a step. Don't let me fail the trail. Stories of yesterday may not be of help. Nice, yes, to hear of history, where we have come from, our identity. But what of tomorrow, when I'll be all grown up, expected to be the leader? You tell me of freedom fighting, and I'll tell my children of corruption. You tell me of immigration, and I'll tell my children of post-election violence. You tell me of hunger, and I'll tell my children of cancer. This is my plea, that you rewrite the history. Make my land green and my future greener, that I may tell stories of hope. I am a child, a Kenyan. My future is Kenya. What country will I live in? What will my children be proud of? Patriotism will be a vocabulary if care will not be present. Development, make the children smiling, make the future bright. Our actions of greed will give us a rotten seed in the future. It's a cry with no tears, bleeding without blood, matters of concern. Thank you.
Oh, that's so nice. I mean, why did you choose that? It has a really deep meaning, right?
Yes.
What is the meaning of the poem?
It's to request for the leaders, the presidents, the parents, the teachers, to make Kenya a better life. Because if like this corruption in Kenya, we won't have a better country now for us and our children.
Yes.
Yes.
And is it because you've seen something that is not going well in our country, or what really prompted you to choose that particular poem? Are you seeing things that are not interesting to you as a child? Like what? Okay,
Every time some buildings are collapsing, fire is here, people are attacking.
It's disturbing you. Okay. Thank you for that. I'll be coming back to you for the other part, right? Yeah. Another beautiful Mel. Mel, I'm seeing you have a violin right here.
Yes.
Tell us your name and what class you are.
My name is Mel Kamau. I am in class 4. And today I'm going to play for you the violin. 2 songs.
2 songs and the violin. Yeah. What do we start with?
I'm going to start with Oh How I Love Jesus.
Though that will involve the violin? Okay, so let me just quiz for you and then you can just pick your violin. You can do it seated? It's fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. And maybe first you can tell us what exactly are you going to play for people who don't understand what you are doing or what a violin is. What are you exactly going to play for us?
I'm going to play Oh How I Love Jesus.
All right. Go ahead. Can you sing along? Oh, nice. That was really nice. Let me ask you, when did you start doing this?
When I was in class 3 or 2.
Yeah.
When I started in school, there was no one who used to play violin in school. And when I noticed that someone can play violin, then I asked my father to buy for me a violin. He first bought for me one, then it got spoiled. I gave it to my little sister, and then my father bought for me another one, and then I started playing in school, and then other kids came and joined me.
So you're the pioneer for your school for this. But so you play violin and sing at the same time?
Yeah.
So we'll be coming back and you'll also doing some singing. Honestly, it's very interesting from what I'm getting from these 3 kids here. She's playing violin, he's had a poem, she's singing, she'll also been doing some acting for us. Now, you talked about exposing these children. You said that children will demonstrate their gifts when they're exposed to different activities. How, a parent will be like, how do I expose my child to what kind of activities are we talking about, And when my child is not, let's say, doesn't do good in 1, 2, or 3, does it mean it's not a gift? What exactly, it's a gift? And how do we go about exposing our children to different activities so that we are able to identify what they're good at?
I think, Purity, the first thing is asking ourselves what is the objective of doing it. Because according to me, I've been a teacher for quite a long time. And I say I'm lucky because I've been able to teach 844 and IGCSE at the same time. And what I look at is, and I say, when I am having these children, to me, I say I'm not making Julie an actress, really. I'm not making Mel a musician. My objective is to use art or those talents as a tool for their development. So that whatever they want to become in life, again, these talents will help them nurture their communication skills, socio-interactive skills. We have all these children from different schools. I always say this is the only platform that gives children from both international schools and 844 schools a platform to mix together and share ideas together. And to me, that is more than even the talent itself. But again, first I come to what you asked. So if you are bringing your child first so that that child can have a platform where they will develop their communication skills, they will have a chance to develop their social interactive skills, then they will discover what they like most along the way. If we are able to identify that Mel is good at singing or she's good at acting, and she can proudly say at her age that I want to be an actress when I grow up, then it's a good thing for us. But even if she doesn't become that actress in life, she will have enjoyed her life at a young age. She'll have gained a lot of confidence in her life, and whatever else she becomes in life, she'll be able to tackle it well.
Yeah, and before you give us indicators for parents, how they can tell or identify these talents from their young ones, when we are little, our teachers would ask us, what do you want to become when you grow up? So you'd say a doctor, a lawyer, but you end up not becoming exactly that. Is it a positive thing or a negative thing? If, for example, I wanted to become a doctor and now I'm a journalist, for example, is it my parent who failed not to identify this particular talent or not to nurture what exactly I wanted to become, or where is the gap?
According to me, first is the time that you waste before becoming these all things.
Yes.
Because you will find people, I have a parent currently even very worried that the child is in the university that year and they want to drop that course, go back to first year to do another course. And this parent is very worried. He's asking, why then did he say he want to do this?
Yes.
So this trial and error in life is what is, one, it's a time wastage for us because you're trying to discover what you want to be, and maybe first you wanted to be what your father was or what your successful uncle was, and not what you really loved doing. And so if you get a chance to be in a place where your talent is discovered, either at school or in a club, then you don't doubt it at all. And you're not doing try and error when you're an adult. So you know that I don't want to act. Why? Because I was in an acting club. I know what acting means. I got a chance even to be in a theater. So when you're maybe in university, you're not wasting time going to theaters to do auditions and all that, because you already know that's not my thing. So for me, it's giving your child, when they have time, a chance to discover what they can do and what they can't do, so that it's so clear in their mind when they are out of school what exactly they can do.
Yes.
Yes.
And from what age are we talking about? What age do you as a parent begin discovering, should a parent begin paying attention to their child to be able to discover what giftings they have?
I say as early as when the child starts to speak.
Yeah.
Of course, children speak at different ages. Like for me, I have a 2.6. Right when he was 2.4, I started seeing so many things about him. One, he spoke at a very early age, and I have put him in school when he's that young. By 2.6, he's already going to school, and he has mastered all the stations where other children in their school, in the same van, they're picked and where they're dropped. And if you pass there even with your personal vehicle, he'll tell you, hey, this is at whoever's place. So already you start understanding that this child at that early age, one, they have very good memory. So what are things that tie along good memory?
Yeah.
So you start picking on things that tie along memorization. And this child can do very well in those areas.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there are sometimes our parents will be like, my child talks a lot, so he ought to become a lawyer, for example, or he ought to become a journalist. My child is good in science, he should become a doctor, for example. Is it a good way to find out whether, or to maybe align your child to their giftings and talents?
I think one is limiting your child.
Yeah.
That child is still a child. And that child has a long life to live. So when you limit them to what you think they're good only at that point, and again, I don't think becoming a lawyer requires you to just speak well. There are quite a number of other factors that are involved.
Yeah.
So I think we ought not to really push our children to what we desire them to become, so lying to ourselves that what we see is exactly what it is, because we really want them to be doctors, we really want them to be lawyers, and maybe we want them to be what we never achieved to become.
That's right.
So it is important for us to let them discover their own path along the way. I have a parent who came to me and told me, hey, Ephantus, my child, I've tried taking them to these clubs, say football club. I pay, but the child says, I won't go next time. I take them to this other place, I pay, but they say, I don't want to go to that place. And to me, actually, it's not even whether the child wants the place. Again, it's the environment at which whatever the child is being trained at, that environment is what really matters. Because, again, is it child-friendly? Because at the end of the day, we have not to forget that they are children and they need to be taken care of from a child perspective. And that really matters for them. Yes.
All right. Mel, let me come back to you. You said you do violin, you also sing.
Yeah.
You do? So what do you feel like doing right now? What, you want to sing?
Okay.
Okay.
I will run, I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Ooh, jumping out of my skin, pull the gold. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, the past is everything we were to make us who we are. And so I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is stars. Thank you.
All right. And let me ask you, you sing, you do violin. You discover this at the same time? that you can sing and you can do violin.
Yeah.
Did you maybe, is it with the help of your parents or was it in school? How did you find out?
Yeah, when I was in school, when the teacher just told me you can play violin, so she started teaching me slowly, step by step. She started teaching me the notes on each strings, and so I started playing with the school band, and then I started playing in church, and then I'm here.
You're here, and you're playing here for us. That's really quite an achievement. You sound organized. Maybe are you like us when we were young? You know, we were like, I want to become a doctor, I want to do this and this. What exactly is your future like? Now that you're a singer, you play violin, what else are you going to do, you know?
I would like to be an actress and also a musician. And I just love acting. Yeah, and that's what I want to become.
That's what you want to become. Are you looking up to someone as an actress, as a singer? Or do you maybe listen to other people sing? You want to become, you do? Yeah. Okay, there are people who inspire you and you want to continue like that. And in school, you're in school, you know. You just want to use your education as, you know, let me behave like an African parent, yeah? You are in school, do you want to become a lawyer, a doctor, what?
I just want to become, I do ballet. So I would like to become a ballet teacher, but not really. I think an actress.
You think an actress?
Yeah.
All right, and Meline's mother, she just wants to become an actress, you know. And when children just wake up and say, I just want to become an actress, and for parents, it's like, it's unrealistic. Should Mel's mother or maybe guardians and parents go ahead and encourage her to doing acting thing, and what exactly should happen when a child pronounces herself, I want to become this?
I think for me, one is that we need to look at, yes, acting. Maybe you would say she's too young to really decide that she wants to be an actress, and that's final. But of course, acting comes with so many things along the way. We have so many news anchors who were also actresses, or they are still even actresses. So you have to look at it from that perspective as a parent and ask yourself, what are other skills that go around that kind of a career? So are we talking about media? Are we talking about film and theater arts? Are we talking about what other things can I expose my child into that are in that line? Because the truth is that that child is wired towards that line. It could not be maybe acting as per se, but it is acting and media and maybe film. So expose that child in all those different activities that tag along that, so that they understand that world. So being in such a TV station, for example, meeting you, seeing the studio setup and all that might incite something else inside that child. Yes.
Okay. Let me come to you. Apart from doing poems, what else did you say you do? You sing?
Yes.
So what else do you want to do tonight? You want to sing, you want to do another poem? I want you to choose what you want to do. Feel free. Or I give you time to think about it? I do? Okay. Julia, I heard you're a very smart actress right now.
Yes.
Can you do something as we wind up?
Like what?
Like there is an acting thing you're doing right now with gifted kids?
We are going to do a movie, but it's not yet out right
It's not yet out, so we don't want to reveal that. But you can do another song for us.
Okay.
Okay. As we wind up. Maybe before the song you can tell other kids out there watching you, you can inspire them, tell them something. You want them to wake up and try out different talents, or what message do you have for them?
Whenever you discover a talent, don't keep it inside. Just focus on what do you want to be. Keep on enhancing on what you're doing. Yeah, thank you.
Do not hide it inside. Keep on
Yes.
enhancing what you're doing.
Yes.
It's also a message to me. Trust you. It's a message to me. I keep on enhancing what I want to do. I should not keep it inside, right?
Yes.
Maybe you can sing as we wind up. Let me give you a second chance to sing. Yeah.
Yes. I believe the children are a future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everyone searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs.
All right. Thank you so much. We have to wind up Ephantus just like I'm being told to wind up right here now.
Exactly.
Just like in 10 seconds if it's possible. Some advice to parents out here, to guardians, to teachers, you know, interacting with kids like this. Yes.
What I would say is that if you're a parent, if you are anyone working around children, is that listen to them, observe them, and when you notice what they can do, encourage them, and please don't shut them out.
Don't shut them out.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Thank you all for watching. My name is Kariithi Museo. I've been watching Family Matters Show tonight. We've been talking with the beautiful and the wonderful kids right here with different talents. It has been a blessing. Good night. God bless you. Before we wind up and say good night and continue with other programming, let me give you another chance. We are winding up. You can cut us off, honestly. But Mel, just do some violin for us and then we close it.
National anthem.
National anthem?
Yes.
All right.